man, we are less than 24 hours away from a critical, explosive move here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been consolidating for a very long time. You can see here, 24th of October is where we hit this peak, and then it's just been sideways. I noted to you guys that we've got bearish divergence, right? The RSI moving to the downside, suggesting that the price action was likely to go sideways or to the downside. So far, we've seen that sideways. That means that the bulls have got strength, but tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, we get the FOMC meeting. We're going to find out if Jerome Powell wants to rug pull us, give us a surprise rate hike, or is he going to do what the market expects? And what the market expects here tomorrow, 99.1% of the market expects him to remain paused, no further rate hike. Remember, because the market is not pricing it in, if he does come out with a rate hike, it could really, really hurt this market. I'm going to share with you the kind of levels in the charts we could expect. But if we get what we're expecting, which is no rate hike, the focus will then switch over to his press conference, which we're going to have to pay keen attention to. Tomorrow, we've also got the JOLTS figures, so make sure you're looking out for the JOLTS figures, which gives you the number of jobs openings in the market. Again, Jerome Powell would have known that figure already leading into his rate hike decision, so that's all to play for tomorrow. Now, when we jump into the charts, we know what's going on, right? We're sitting here in a market which, to be quite frank, is quite greedy right now, right? If we take a look here at the Fear and Greed Index, you can see the greed showing here, 66. And you guys know, when the markets are greedy, I want to be doing the opposite. I do not want to be buying into green. There's no reason for me to be buying when the price action is so extended. So for me, I'm looking for support. I'm not going to rate trading view right now. I'm looking for support. And when I'm looking for support, I'm looking for price action to come to move into my favor. Now, right now, you're moving at the 4-hourly EMA ribbon, right? We consolidated into our EMA ribbon in a sideways manner. In other words, the EMA ribbon just caught up with us. So if you look at the next support, you got 32,600 and then you got 30,000. Those are nice level of supports where I'd want to be buying. If I notch this up to the daily chart, you'll see exactly what I mean. This is not the type of chart I want to be buying into, and you guys certainly shouldn't be either. What is the reason to be buying on such an extended move here to the upside? Now, yes, granted, it can continue to move to the upside. I understand. But you want to be buying from position of strength. If you needed these green candles to give you conviction, you're doing something wrong. We've been throughout this bear market. Nothing has changed in Bitcoin. We've known about the spot ETF. We've known about adoption. We've seen the strength of Bitcoin. We've seen how Bitcoin survived through the really tough times at 15,500. And hopefully, the smart people out there have been accumulating. Now, if you layer on top of that the fact that we've now got the tourists coming in, that's why we're seeing the pump coming in, right? And you guys need to be careful, because if you look at the situation here on the daily chart, the RSI is showing us overbought. We are overbought here on the daily time frame. Another way to show you this, guys, is to bring out the Bollinger Bands. And again, if you've worked for my TA course, ijaz.uk/TA, none of this will be unobvious to you, right? Look at the Bollinger Band structure. It's completely broken. It's just pushed all the way through here. And the natural level of test on the Bollinger Band has come to the center line, which brings you to 30,900, this red line here. Okay, so there's various indicators showing us that it would be healthy for Bitcoin to kind of just chill out and come back to support here at some of these key levels. So that's what I'm looking out for, is do we get that pullback into that 32 range? Into 30 would be really nice to me. I'd love to buy in at that 30 level on the daily chart. You can see that would be a nice kind of move down into the depths of the EMA ribbon here. This would be perfect nibble, although I may start nibbling from the top of the EMA ribbon here at 31.6. Now, if you guys want to actively trade, not just long-term DCA, if you want to trade this market, make sure you jump into our Telegram group, ijaz.uk/TG. The response from this community has been absolutely incredible. I mean, you guys know for 2 years, I didn't want to set up a signal group because I thought there's going to be lazy people who don't take responsibility, right? And why should I share my trade signals? But you guys have shown responsibility. And that's what I want to open up the group to. It's going to be a limited number of spots. I'm only going to cap it because I want to make sure the quality is good for everybody. So if you're serious about trading, if you want to do spot, you don't necessarily want to do leverage, you don't want to short, long only signal group, that's what we've got, you guys. ijaz.uk/TG. There are also some free alerts in our Telegram group as well. So it's definitely worth being in the free Telegram at the very least. So that's what we're working with here on the Bitcoin price action. Now, of course, we are starting to see some other interesting things happening. Let's check in on our dollar index, which of course, leading into any FOMC is an important thing to look at. And what do you guys see? You should notice something a little bit worrying. And I need to catch you guys up on what's going on here, because whilst I've been away, I've not kind of explained this properly. We were moving in this downward channel, right? This downward channel, if you've been following my TA course, ijaz.uk/TA, breaks to the upward side. It's a powerful bullish indicator. And what's the first price target? The first price target is this. It met that peak. The next price target is this peak. And guess what? It met that price target. And then when it met it, it broke through. But what's normal to happen here on Bitcoin? On any asset class, you get a retest. In TA, you get a retest of this line here. And that's exactly what we're getting here. And you're trying to see it bounce here upwards to the upside here on the dollar index. So keep a close eye here on the dollar index. That's the daily chart. If I show you this on the weekly chart, it becomes even clearer about what the intentions of the dollar index is. It's above its EMA ribbon. It's very extended. It's trying to hold support on the purple line and go mount an attack back to the highs of what we saw in September of 2022, all the way up here. Now remember, this is inversely correlated to Bitcoin. We do not want the dollar index to show strength. We want this to show weakness. Now that being said, it's been crazy that we've seen the pump on Bitcoin happen during a period of time where the dollar index has remained strong. The last 2 weeks have still been positive green candles for the dollar index, and yet Bitcoin has shown its ability to decouple. And that is the beauty about Bitcoin specifically here in the crypto market, is Bitcoin has this duality, right? At times it can act like a risk-on asset, it can act like a Tesla share, or it can act like NASDAQ, but then other times it can act like gold, which is super counterintuitive, right? How can you have an asset class that's risk on and do really well when the dollar index is moving to the downside, but then similarly have moments where the dollar index is moving to the upside and it's still pumping as well? So where we're seeing that people are flocking to gold, we're seeing gold do quite well here recently. You're also seeing Bitcoin do well, which is hugely contrary to the narrative that Bitcoin is just a risk on asset. There's definitely a duality here in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's like a hybrid. It can act like both. And that chameleon type behavior is really, really positive for us Bitcoin investors. Now, if you take a look here on the weekly chart on the dollar index, still room on its RSI, so do not be surprised to see this have another leg to the upside. The other thing worth noting is, of course, you guys are degens and have a whole bunch of altcoins. So a lot of you guys will be asking, when are the altcoins going to move? When are the altcoins going to move? Well, guys, the dollar index can have, the Bitcoin dominance story can have another move to the upside. This should not be a surprise to you. Right? I made this chart months and months ago and I shared the structure with you and I drew this. You guys can go back and look at the videos. And at the time when it was not even breaking this yellow line here at 48, I said, not only are we going to break 48 and retest, but expect us to hit 52 and then 59. These are the levels I'm expecting the Bitcoin dominance to go to. So if you guys are sat there without Bitcoin, without Ethereum, and I know a lot of you are because you guys are searching for that big 1000x, the 100x's, the life-changing money, please take this as a lesson to get your Bitcoin in order. It's still not too late, guys. Bitcoin will go to all-time highs, in my opinion, right? It will go to crazy things. And you guys are going to be sitting on the sidelines going, why are altcoins not moving? Because Bitcoin's going to do its thing first. And then that money flows into Ethereum, and then Solana, and then other altcoins, and other, it starts moving down the list, and then gaming, and then NFTs. The cycle's always been that way. But people are sat there with, nothing in Bitcoin Ethereum, which just blows my mind. So please, guys, be very, very careful, be diligent, be pragmatic. That's what this channel's about. I'm not here to be sensationalist. There's plenty of channels that do that for you. I don't have the time for it. Right? I'm not sitting here making a 9-10 minute video to you guys only to be like, Bitcoin's going to the moon. Nah. If you want to be serious, you want to invest properly, please take the time to take your portfolio and say, I'm going to put this much in Bitcoin, I'm going to put this much in Ethereum, I'm going to eat my vegetables, and then I'm going to have fun with the altcoins. And if you guys aren't doing that, then you're not following what history is telling us, which is Bitcoin goes on these crazy Bitcoin dominant moves, where just Bitcoin's moving. If you didn't have any Bitcoin, your altcoins, your portfolio would be dead. Right, where you could be taking advantage of this move here on Bitcoin. So hopefully that you guys found that useful. Big day tomorrow on the FOMC meeting. Let me know, do you want me to live stream that? Do you want me to do a summary video at the end instead? Obviously I'm traveling, so it's a bit harder for me to stream, but if you guys want me to figure that out, let me get to like 100 likes on this video and we can organize that for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this update. If you appreciate this type of content, even when I'm on the move, smash up the likes, Telegram, UK/TG, and I'll see you in the next one.